Hello everybody, my name is David and today you're watching From the Bench. Just a quick note, today you see on a new location, so I'm currently on holiday, so I'll be back next week, so I'm going to try and do some more regular content now. Just aside, today we'll be talking about Lincoln's recent form. We also be talking about, I want to talk about the Serie A because it's been really interesting the past couple of seasons now. But a side note, yesterday I got now, if you saw my on some social media things I'm going to try and do more of. We are currently at 23 subscribers. If we get, I'm going to try and put all my videos out more, and it's up to you in the comments as well, just spreading my channel. And if we go to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I will do a live stream and you can put your questions down and I will talk about them, debate anything you to say about any player, any team, if I can do. Or do like a long live stream and we can talk more interactive with you. Another side note, so I've been doing more on Twitter with this, more on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere with this, so I'll be doing more with that. Beyond the Bench, I'm going to Lincoln game on Saturday, so we're watching Wigan play. So I'm going to do some vlogging for that, actually go on the Beyond the Bench. How my YouTube format is just, I don't cut anything out. If you see me saying a lot of words or repeating myself, when you see that, I don't want to have a short video. I like having longer videos, just so you can come and go, or where you're listening to, because if it's From the Bench, it can be on Spotify or YouTube, so it gives you opportunity. But enough about that. So we've got 14 videos on the YouTube channel, so I'm going to try and boost that. So we're back at college, we do every week now. I know I said that before, but I've got a video recorded a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to edit to that today, once I've got some time, and edit this video, so both going up today. But we got 100 subscribers, I will do a live stream, so either with me and Clive, or just me, or get someone else on and we'll discuss it. But I want to really push the channel. It's not about having the most subscribers. I just want more people to see my content, just more people to understand what football is to me and what football can be. But enough about that side of things. That will just eventually come, but we're going to try and end the year, really push this year to get more subscribers, more people out there watching us, so just things. So we're going to start with a big one, my team, Lincoln of course. What a roller coaster we have in the moment. It's swinging from good to bad. We haven't really done much. We haven't. It's the thing. We've had to play a back three recently, which just hasn't really worked. It's left us very deep and very defensive. We've sat with a back nine most times, and with people like Scully, Cullen, Maguire, people like that are playing wing back alongside a back three, and it's just not working. Because when you look at Lincoln play, when we play the back three, it's just when we get the ball, Scully has or Maguire or whoever our wingers or Cullen has to drive from our own half into attacking half. And with John Marquis up there, we lump the ball up to him, he's got no support, and that's been the real reason we've been struggling to score goals. We sometimes score a lot of goals, but sometimes we don't, and that's the problem. And Michael Apton just experimented with formations left, right, centre. We go for a 4-3-3, a 4-4-2, a 4-4-1. I think we've gone for more formations than you can think of. It's just we've played less games. We've had to pick more formations. Our defenders we've got now aren't good enough. But at the start of the season, he said they're good enough. We've got Joe Walsh, Adam Jackson, TJ Njoma, Lewis Monsima, even Regan Paul's dropping in the back now. He is, and these players aren't good enough now. Walsh hasn't even managed, I think, 40 games yet for us because he's just been injured. This season he's barely played, and when he has played now, he hasn't. He's been a real shadow of himself. He used to be, when you think of Joe Walsh, the start of Lincoln's campaign when he came in last season, he was unreal. He was keeping clean sheets, he was quick, he was agile, he was a real good player. But now in the back three, he's not really leading the team, and it just seems time has caught up to him. When you look at Adam Jackson, he's not League One quality. When you think when Walsh went out last season, this season he hasn't really stepped up. He hasn't, even though he's been injured himself. But when he's played, he's really. When you look at Lincoln's team defenders mostly, really you don't see them in the game. They really just drop out of game or just really a bit lazy sometimes. A couple of games ago, McGrandles lost the ball in it, and instead of tracking back, he was just walking back. People like Norton Cuffy as well, who got on loan from Arsenal, he's having a good season, like defensively, but he has moments where he's very lazy and he's very lacklustrous, and that's right. If more players brought into what Lincoln is, because when you look at this season, it's really shown how divided the team is. Like, no one's really for the badge. Now when you look at Norton Cuffy, when his red card even got overturned, Joe Walsh is near him and he's not pulling him away. No Lincoln players are going over to Norton Yard and pulling away. When you look at the Lincoln incident against Sunderland, no players are going to him, even though players being mobbed by the Sunderland staff and the players. Our manager's not going over. It's taking a long time for our coaches to have to go over. None of our players are going over. And this is what the problem with Lincoln is now, is when on the Cowley, if someone tackled a player, the whole squad went over, the whole bench would have gone over. Like, nobody matches Lincoln players. But nowadays, the heart has really gone from Lincoln, and it's a shame as a fan seeing. I know we're not going to achieve much, and I know in my lifetime I'm not going to achieve much in the league, but I expect the Lincoln players to be professional and just to work for the team. I know injuries have been a problem, and I've been with Michael Appleton. It's just, if we do get 100, if we get 200 subscribers, I'm doing a Michael Appleton video, and this will be about 5 hours long. It's really cold up here now, so he's really warming me up, because he is diabolical, and if I say more about it in the video, it'll be very, very long, and I haven't got long to talk about today. But some blame us good to Michael Appleton, but he's not taking the blame. He'd rather blame the players, he'd rather blame the system. It's just the players. We have some real. We've brought on a lot of free agents. We have, and the problem is now it's biting us because Dana Luckman, Chris Maguire. We've got JD Robson. You know, we paid for him. Teddy Bishop. These players aren't good enough for Lincoln. Like, Maguire scored 4 goals this season, and he started almost all the games. He's played midfield, he's played on the wing. He's just been very, very missing from games, and he can play in the formation. But when he has played up front, it hasn't impacted the game. Like Scully, I love him as a player, but you can't have him playing left wing. He needs to be more left forward. He needs to be in front of the goal. That's very good. If he's just crossing the ball and being really out of the game, it's just not. It's not helping Lincoln. That's why he scored a lot of goals last season, because he was in front of goal. He was impacting in front of the goal. Like, I don't know what's changed in system for Michael Appleton, because last season we scored 102 goals in the whole campaign we did. But now we're struggling to see games out, and there's no real fight in the team. Like, we're going into a game to win. Sometimes we go to games we can batter teams on possession, and then the 89th minute comes, we lose 1-0. Or we draw 1-1. There's no one in the team that lead and go, we need to win this game now. This is important. We've really just accepted the position, and it's from the owners as well. When you look at Clive Nates talking, he's just saying, oh yeah, everything's fine. Let's back him in the transfer market. Let's give him more money. We don't need more money. We need to move forward. We're not. This is not financially stabilism, because we can't keep relying on loaning players in. We can't rely on we're going to stay in the league, because we've come too close this season and we're going down. And if we now we're in a position where we are at the start of the season, we can attract a lot of players, but now we're in a relegation zone and playing awful football. Even the Gillingham manager said how bad our football is, and he's mocked Michael Appleton. That tells you something how bad things are at the moment for us. I went to watch the Wycombe game, and we do some good plays. We have good bits in the game, but most of the time we're still on the back foot, and we just sit up to defend. We do. Like, there's no one in the team going, we need to win the game. On the Cowley, I watched the game against Colchester, and we were drawing 1-1, and we got 5. I think it was the last core of the game, the last kick of the game, and we scored. Everyone was pushing for that. Everyone, for the last 10 minutes, everyone was pushing for a win. When it's Lincoln who goes, whatever happens, happens, and it's not right anymore. Like, I want to see my team in the Championship. I don't know, maybe one season, but I want in my lifetime to go, we achieved that. Because in my lifetime, all I've seen Lincoln do is be in the National League and League 2, be League 1. I've never seen my club achieve anything high, and it's just sad really that I may never see that this Clive Nates doesn't get his act together, and the board doesn't get his act together going, we need a proper reinforcement at the back. Joe Walsh needs to go, Adam Jackson needs to go, Bramall needs to go, Bishop, Maguire, Dana Luckman. we need to sign a proper goalkeeper as well, because we've loaned in so many players. And we've decided we brought in Cullen, and we've brought in, what's one of the lads now? Another guy from Swansea we have. And they're just really in and out of the game, not really fighting for the badge. And we need a solid squad, a very good squad depth is one point. And another one is, the only goalkeeper we've currently got is Sam Long, because apparently we can't, our league or professional team in League One can't attract a goalkeeper. We've tried for 10 goalkeepers and none more come. And that tells you about the club. When you can't attract a backup goalkeeper from the National League, that tells you where the club's going now. We've signed Ben House, another player. He's a striker, needs to go. We've got Wright at the moment, our goalkeeper, on loan from Nottingham Forest. We've also got Griffiths. I don't know if he's still with us, but I think he might return because of an injury. It's just a shame. My Clapton thinks the bare minimum will do. And that's really bought last season. Well, we're pushing in January. We've got a lot of defensive injuries. We've got some attacking injuries, and he's just not bringing reinforcement to push for the season. He's selling players, and he's trying to go on the bare minimum. And it's not just him. I can understand that. And it's the board and Scully, Clive Nace, whoever's on the board. It's just accepting wherever we can balance the books. We can do this. Oh, this will be fine. How can we keep green line? How can we keep a straight line? It's not what Lincoln is. It's a club for the fans. And when that's it. I think this season went through 3 months not scoring a goal. Our owners didn't say anything. The board didn't say anything, and nothing was given. The fans was told to pay a lot of money for seeing not goal. They're paying a lot of money. Our attendance has dropped down 2,000 nowadays. Our attendance keeps dropping. Money is running out now, and time is running out for Lincoln nowadays, and like a lot of other EFL teams in the League 1, League 2, time is running out. If we get to League 2 now, we haven't got the money, we haven't got the financial backing to pull us out of this rut. And it's a shame, like what Cowley's done, what all Lincoln players done, like Matt Reed, Paul Farmer, Matt Gilks, Woodyard, people like that who gave the badge. Scott Waters, another one, who led the team, who gave 90 minutes of football for the fans, and nowadays none of them really give you 90 minutes of the fans, and it's a shame really, because I love Lincoln. I'll back any player, because I say Matt Reed's the best player in the world, because in my mind I've met him. I have no connection to Messi, I have no connection to Ronaldo or Salah or people like that. I don't have a connection to them. They never played for Lincoln. And for a fan like me, I've supported Lincoln, National League. Seeing Matt Reed, what he did for Lincoln, what Danny Cowley, what players like that did for the team. And nowadays, you can't have a real connection to the team because it's been run as a business, not as a football club. And that's a topic for another day, is talk about how football has shifted from being for the fans to now being a business. And it's a lot of teams are doing that now, because I can understand it because it's more financially viable. But you can't just balance books out just to make ends meet. You've got to give the fans something to be behind. Even if it's an FA Cup run, even if it's a National League South run to the league, no matter what you do as an owner, you must just give anything. And the Boreham Wood manager, he gave a lot of his money out, so he's going into bankruptcy now because of that. People and owners need to step up and go, the fans pay this money to see a club do something, not Lincoln's just done. What fans are paying for is just to see Lincoln go either turn to a game and lose, or come to a game to draw. There's no the atmosphere around Lincoln now is very dead now. It's just not what it once was, and it's just, when I went to Lincoln games on the Cowley, you felt the atmosphere, you felt everyone was together. But nowadays with Michael Appleton, with him being, I think he's 46 now, he doesn't. When Cowley came out before games, he used to warm with the lads, him and Nicky did. But Michael Appleton won't do that. He, on the touchline, he'll just stand there. He'll let the assistant manager teach. And as he's going for the youth mantra, he was, if you can't lead by example, the players won't do it. And if you let everything done by the assistant manager, it's just not good enough. And I just thought, I think Michael Appleton would have been a good manager, but now he isn't. And I just wonder what you guys think. Possibly, we'll get some comments, and I'll get some shout outs. Dear me. I'll get some shout outs to the comments. I'll try and link them on the screen, and I'll read some out. But it's just important. I just want to make a connection to you. So just put some comments down what you think. I know a lot of you don't know who Lincoln are, but it's some points we've talked about, and they're like, what do you think about owners now? Because, like, what do you think owners should be doing for the club now, and has football just gone into a world? I know that it's into a money world now, I can understand that, but when it's lower teams, do you think owners should be doing more for the fans, doing more for the club? But that's one topic I want to talk about today. I'm moving to something a bit bigger, some more engaging more people with. I'm going to talk about the Serie A, because it's been past 2 seasons now, it has been heavily dominated by Juventus, and this season the top, like, you've got AC in there, you've got Napoli, you've got Roma in around there, you've got Inter, and it's the first time in a while where the Serie A the past couple of seasons has been really, past I think 2-3 seasons, has been really heavily contested now, and it's a real show what teams can do and what players can do when sort of a manager believes in them, and what a club can do if they are if they're invested financially, properly financially invested in. You may look at AC, they brought in Giroud, they've got Zlatan, they've brought in Tomori, they've got Mike Maignan, they've got Florenzi, who's had an okay season, you've got Kessie in there, and Inter Milan, you've got people like Brozovic, you've got people like Stefan de Vrij, you've got Handanovic, who's last season now, which coming to his last season now. We look at Napoli, you've got Ospina, Osimhen, you've got Fabian, you've got players like this who are really in this Serie A. If you watch on Soccer A and they talk about with what Italian football is, what Antonio Conte was saying is now a Serie A, Italian football in Serie A is tactically set up, he said. So that means, like, when you look at the teams now, it's sometimes a shock why, say, someone like Bologna could beat someone like Juventus like 2-0, because they set up tactically to beat them, and because it doesn't matter what your age is in the team. When you look at Juventus, that's an example. They got Bonucci and Chiellini pushing over 33. You got Giroud and Zlatan pushing over 33 as well. You've got a lot of older players in there fighting for the badge and just playing football, because that's what players want to do. And because a lot of leagues want to take on older players now, because they want to go for more youth, more fitter players. But when you look at what Zlatan and Giroud are doing, the amount of goals they're scoring, the amount of things they're doing as players, what Bonucci and Chiellini offer, not as just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well, what they offer at Italy as a whole, it's been really quite interesting. And I wonder what you guys think. Just put in the comments down below what you think of Italian football. What do you think? What are your opinions on it? Because for me, I like Italian football. I like watching it. I think it's interesting. It is because it's nice seeing what reject players, as they're called, thrive in the league, or they don't, or seeing how football just moves on. Like how in the Italian football, it don't do well in the Champions League, but they do well in the league because they tactically set up. They have a long time to tactically set up against a team and go, this is how we'll beat them. From corners we do this. We'll defend like this. And every player knows what they're doing. And it's quite interesting now that this exists in 2022. There's like tactics still exist, because I know people are going to say in the comments, oh, they do in the Premier League, but it's more heavily dominated by money in the Premier League, in La Liga. It's sometimes tactics. A lot of tactics are still involved. I'm not saying like Pep turns up to a game, just chucks some money, just puts 11 expensive players on the team. But in Serie A, they have to be more strategic as the players, because they know they haven't got a lot of money. 2, they know if a player gets injured, it's a ruin of the season. I think one team in the Serie A lost both their goalkeepers and really struggling now. And when we look at AC, they lost Mike Maignan to injury a lot this season. They lost Zlatan because of his knee. But they still tactically said they give you a good game. Sometimes they go like 3-1 or 5-0 thrashing, or something 1-0 scrapey wins, because that is what Italian football is now, and it's really interesting. And it might be a shorter video, it might be a longer video, but I was wondering what you think of today. Oh, Bennett. See, I'm allergic. Lincoln, that's this shirt, honestly, it's brought the worst out of me. God, it's constant sneezing. It's like, I think it's infested by Michael Appleton. I think I've got Michael Appleton disease, honestly. But anyway, this will be a video around, I don't know how long, about 20 minutes. I don't, like, you know my videos, I don't cut anything out. There's nothing flashy about my videos. The thumbnails or whatever they are. It's just, I like to talk about football. I want to do this more regularly now. I'm going to try and sort this out. A schedule so I can talk about this and the other. You put points down in the comments of what you want me to talk about, and I'll try and do some research about it. No matter what it is, like I want to do a team, Lincoln team, like the players I have like met. I want to do a Eredivisie best 11. I want to do just more video. I'm going to try and get the England video out of the 66 defenders soon, and I'm going to try and just put my YouTube channel out there. So on Twitter now, I will link it in a short or one video so you can see. It's just important that you keep liking, you just viewing it, just sharing the content, just getting more people, just blowing up the channel a bit more. Like 100 subscribers is the target for me, and we'll do a special live stream. If we get 500 subscribers, and we get, say, 100 comments on any video, we get 100 comments in total. On the next, say, at the end of the year, we will do limited immersion. We'll do some t-shirts, hoodies, but only be like a limited number. So we'll try and do a draw for that, or we'll just give first come on the channel on the video. So we do some hoodies, t-shirts, whatever from the bench. Stay tuned for Beyond the Bench. I should do some more vlogging with that, and I've got a lot of videos on my laptop I need to edit and get around to. I know editing's not my strong point, but I do try and do a lot for you guys. Just keep liking, sharing the videos. That's all I want. I just want people just to see my content. I don't care about if it's makes money or not. I don't care about if people hate me or like me. I just want people to see a different view on football, what I see as football, like the tactic aspect. When I have the whiteboard out, when I'm explaining, like I did the England versus Iceland, I got the whiteboard out. Or when I'm explaining, when I got Clive on and he's talking about Norwich and I'm just shooting down with tactical points. This is what I want my YouTube channel to be. I just wanted people to have a different view on football. Go, this is different. This is what football is. It's not just this, because I'm a Lincoln supporter and all I've known in my life is Lincoln players. It's just what I've known. It's just what football is. And now me doing sports media and stuff like that is important. I know I've got to improve my media technique. I know I've got to improve my interviews. It just comes. Just keep liking the videos, and I just want people to go, yes, I like that. This is different. I want people to think like, that's a good point. I just want people to think and start thinking about. Today's going to be around 25 minutes long, whatever it is. It'll be on Spotify, it'll be on YouTube later on today. But if you can hit the target and the goal, this will be a big step. So I can speak to by getting another ex-pro on or something like that, or a current pro footballer to do the live stream with. So you keep liking and I can sort out what to do. But the end of the year is the target, and I will shout out anyone who does the comments. So just leave a comment, just says just something supportive or your own points of this, and it's just important I connect with you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and you've been watching from